Welcome back, guys, to Top List Galore. Interactions between animals and humans are always happening and will continue to happen more often as we invade more of their habitats. Today we will see contact with humans traveling at speeds that we cannot achieve with only our feet. They might be on bikes or skateboards and they just come across an animal and well, you'll see what happens. If you for some reason like this video, please give it a like so we can satisfy the algorithm gods. And please subscribe to see more lists like these. And also turn on those post notifications. Let us begin. So we have these bikers, and they start out worrying about this car possibly pulling out in front of them. Luckily there was nothing there, so they continue, but then they never expected having to worry about a freaking deer. It's hard to see, but a pretty big deer runs into the street from the right side, directly in the path of the lead bicyclist, and down he goes. The deer didn't go down at all, he just clipped the front tire and went on his merry way, while this poor guy is hurt physically, and most importantly, his dignity has taken a hit. I mean, it's a good story, but still, you don't want to be taken down by an animal and made to look the fool. I'm just gonna say it, these guys were freaking asking for it. These cyclists are riding right behind these poor scared kangaroos, and they have nowhere to go. So they are obviously going to possibly cause an incident. They could have gone all the way to the other side and possibly avoided the roos running into them. Why are you right on their tails? Unfortunately, it wasn't a bigger kangaroo that could have knocked the guy down instead of the poor little guy taking a tumble out of pure fear. There is nothing like having fun on fast roller coasters with your hands up screaming when a bird crashes right into your face. Well, maybe not that last part. This guy just took a huge bird to the face and it kind of exploded on him. He didn't even realize at first, probably thinking that water got on him somehow. I would say vomit, but I think they're in the first car, so I don't think that's possible. Anyways, he tried to force himself to have fun for the rest of the ride, but there is no way you can do that with bird guts on your face, and apparently in his mouth. That's gotta suck. You ready to see an absolutely brutal one? Yeah, that's a freaking huge antelope just barreling into the cyclist. You can see the guy see the antelope coming and is ready to try and get off the bike or avoid the hit somehow. But there is nothing you can do when a 600-pound animal hits you at full speed. I know the animal was trying to avoid him, but all that jump did was hit him even harder. That is the worst one on this list. I would say pay attention to the road, but this guy is going like 40 miles an hour, so there is nothing he could do to avoid this deer. This deer is on a freaking mission. He takes out this guy and then comes back the other way, almost taking out the other guy going up the hill. He missed him because the guy slowed down for the tumbling bike right at him. That is probably the hardest fall on this list, just because of the speed going downhill. Road rash must be a bitch on this one. This is the famous one from a couple weeks ago about the girl on the slingshot ride. About time these thieving seagulls got a taste of their own medicine. Just look at her face, man. In complete disbelief, fear, and disgust. This ruined her whole trip at the fair for sure. Pretty sure the poor seagull is no longer with us because it kinda just fell downward after she launched it from her face. At least she got double the excitement for the price of one ride. The younger people may not recognize this man, but he was really famous about 25 years ago.
I can't believe it's not butter.
I can't believe it's not butter. The taste you...
His name is Fabio, and he went on a roller coaster, and I'm assuming it was to help promote it.
I want to thank everybody for coming.
And he sure did the hell of a job. There is no shot of the goose. Yep, a giant goose hitting his face. But then he talked bad about the ride, saying that it should be closed down because it can happen again. Not sure if that's his blood or the goose's, but that looks really bad. Damn, I just can't help but laugh at this one. I feel sorry for the lady, but she gets hit and just drops like a boxer getting knocked out. No forward motion, no slowing down her fall, just down she goes. That's what you get for passing the leader, I guess. It could have been the guy taking the hit instead of her. I've always found that skateboarding down hills at high speeds as one of the scariest sports of all. Then you have to deal with this too? The deer was losing traction the entire time, like a rear-wheel drive car off the line. Luckily, the deer was on the smaller side, and the guy was able to just put his shoulder into it and launch it over his body. Poor deer did a 360 midair. Luckily, he wasn't hurt and just ran off. This one sucks all around, as it involves a poor little dog.
At the back here is in fact Frederick Willems. The dog comes out and it takes out in fact Cassar first and Willems second.
This happened at the Tour de France, and this poor puppy got loose and made his way onto the street, getting hit by two bikers. The dog luckily was fine, and the main guy in white went on to win that stage of the race. Pretty amazing since his butt was scratched to bits. I bet that after seeing this video, you'll be more careful on your next bike ride if you're anywhere near some wilderness, because out of the shadows, a beast can come out and knock you right on your ass. Let's just hope it's a small animal and not a freaking antelope. Thanks for watching. See you next time.